At 41 feet long with a beam of 11 feet 11 inches, the 414 weighs in at 17,500 pounds dry and has a max horsepower of 1,675. As tested, we had quad 350 horsepower Mercury Verados. We cruised along nicely at 40 miles per hour, which was right around the 4,400 RPM mark. Full out, the 414 can hit and just crack 60 miles per hour. Acceleration won't knock you down onto your seat, but hitting 30 miles per hour in 9 seconds is impressive for such a big boat. The 24-degree dead rise, plus the length and beam, means this cuts smoothly through waves and wakes, and this is more than capable for blue water fishing. And in terms of handling, this thing bites the water and banks sharply, so you better be holding on. But tight quarters and docking is arguably the most stressful handling situation, especially when it's windy. But with Mercury's joystick piloting, you can put this Mako exactly where you want it. The cockpit depth ranges depending on where you are on the boat, but at the highest point it's 37 inches, including hideaway tool holders. The hatch to access the bilge is large, which is always nice, and you can get a quick look at things. And underneath the deck there's actually 3 fuel tanks, the center large tank and 2 smaller tanks on either side, with controlled transfer, but also manual bypass switches. Down here you also have the optional Seakeeper gyro stabilizer.
Now this particular 414 has the Family Edition, which means we have the Sure Shade top, the cooktop here, and the bow lounge. Doesn't matter what edition you go for in the 414, they're all designed with a fishing first mentality, and here in the cockpit is a great example of all of that. So as you can see, a ton of room to work all around the boat, but it quickly converts to ample seating, again, all around the boat, and you have easy on and off access through the dive door or tuna door. And when you get to that spot, friends and family can get up, fold their own seats in, and just like that, you're back to a hardcore fishing boat. Now, you have 2 50-gallon live wells back here to work with. And right here in the center, you have storage. Use it as a cooler, it's drained. What I think is ultra clever is there's a piece of starboard on here. If you're using this as a fishing boat, this is gonna get cut up and chewed, and instead of worrying about putting down a mat or something like that, 2 little screws, you can replace that piece of starboard however often you need to. Working our way up to the helm, the first thing you'll see is this light up threshold marker. And now as cool as that looks, that's actually built in for a safety factor because we're raised up a couple inches. Every time you turn the boat on, fire up your batteries, that light comes on. Now you can turn it off if you want, but it'll help you save a few toe stubbings. Now, at the helm itself, right on the center line, you have great views, great sight lines, thanks to being raised up. And to help with those sight lines, especially when you're docking, you have a camera here. You have a camera on this side, and you have some facing forward. So you have 360 view of your vessel, which you can actually access on the Sharktooth app as well to check on things if you want, or just help you give peace of mind when docking.
The helm has air conditioning vents and a solid hardtop above, so you're concealed from the elements. While here you'll see the dual 17-inch Garmin displays that can show boat data, digital switches for lights,
including seat in and seat out. That means exactly what it says. Customize where exactly you want your seat or leaning post. And within the console is the head. There's so much room down here, in fact, that if the captain wants to stay aboard as a live-aboard charter captain or finds himself in the doghouse, you have a small but functional berth down here. It fits 1.5 people, 2 little ones.
The walk-around room is substantial, And in floor, as you'll see on all new generation Mako offshore models, the hatches are about twice as thick as they used to be for more stability and greater insulation.
Forward-facing lounger with flip-down armrests, very popular. Also, open with one hand, big storage built in, as you can see, crammed full of stuff. And these gas shocks back here, crisscross, may not jump out to you as super important, but trust me, it's very clever. Usually you'll find them along the sides here, which means you can't access your storage from 2 of the 3 access points. Here, you can. And it closes with one hand. Now, moving even further forward, you have this bow lounge area, which you get if you go for the family edition. Now, in the cushions, you have the cutout for the access, storage with drains. But don't think you've given up all of this space for fishing, because these backrests come out. These cushions all come off. And I actually kind of like this raised casting platform here. Also, again, with that fish first mentality, you see how wide and sturdy the caps are all the way around. So you can get up here, you can walk around, you can help with docking, you can fish, you can follow something all the way around the bow. But of course, you still have ample bow seating with the family edition.
For the price, Mako has packed an impressive amount of toys, storage, and hardcore fishing features in, while keeping it luxurious enough to take your family out for long cruises. In their 50th year, Mako's 414 CC is the largest and most powerful boat they've ever made, and it's likely going to make a big splash.